Hey, good morning. Good morning. It is more on the road with Bernard Moore the third, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. Today is January the 22nd, 2022. It is a blessed day to be in the presence of my followers, my friends, as well as my guests. Thank you for joining us this Saturday morning. I know it's wherever you are, if you're in Florida somewhere, I know you're probably dealing with 70-degree weather. But where I am in Mississippi, it is cold. It is 30 something, 40 something degrees here, but we're sunny, so it feel like it's in the high 40s. But whatever you're doing, definitely be safe, have fun, and enjoy the day. Get ready for some football. Now I know you see me got my 49ers helmet, my 49ers cap on, my 49ers towel throw that I received for Christmas back there in the background, so you know who I'm rooting for this day. So 49er faithful, let's go ahead and make it happen up in Green Bay. I know it's cold up there where you all are playing as well, but hey, we got to come out with this victory because we on a quest to get back to the Super Bowl. So take care of business today, 49ers. I definitely will be here cheering you on in Central Mississippi. I got to go make my store run, got to go get my goodies, pizza, rotel, all type of things. So I'm gonna have a little minor menu, a little gathering with me and my family here at the house to watch the 49ers and the Packers game. And I'm gonna watch the earlier game as well. So I'm not just turning towards just only the 49ers and the Packers, but I am will take a look at the earlier game as well. I want to say it's the Bengals and the Titans. Well, whoever it is, I know we're going to watch it though. But again, thanks for tuning in with us. We got a great show lined up for you, talking a lot about football and some basketball, but just talking about sports and life as it is in itself. So with me this day, I'm going to bring back on to my guest with me today. We had him on last Monday, Mr. Germany, who is the owner and founder of the Mississippi Raiders. Now, my apologies, I said it incorrectly. It's the Mississippi Raiders. I know that's a old thing that I know can't remember what um, commentator that announced it as Mississippi Raiders. Got on with me today, Mr. James German. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm fine. Now
I can't
I
complain at
know
all.
we talked this previous Monday in reference to what you're doing, and you're coming to the state of Mississippi to bring an indoor football team. What are the fans and spectators? What are they looking for this upcoming season for the Mississippi Raiders that we playing here in Jackson?
Well, can expect is different than outdoor football. It is actually the fastest game on turf. It's up in and it's personable. Like to interact with the fans, the and it's just a really entertainment type of situation where there's a lot of things going on. And just
Okay.
so happen you get a football game at the same time.
Uh huh. So, well, let me ask you this, Coach. Well, I don't know. You mind if I call you Coach? It's just a habit. Sometimes we get when we talk when we're dealing with sports, we say I call Coach a lot. So, you mind if I call you Coach, Mr. German?
No, I don't mind you. Cause my wife made me quit after 30 some years.
Well, hey, well, I know it is a family business, especially when you're dealing with sports, because depending on what level you're on, you spend a lot of your time working on your craft and sports. So the family definitely has to be involved in support there. Well, I know we've talked previously before, and sometimes things that you bring to a new city, some are not, as you say, not are not accustomed to it. What would you guys do different this year compared to any other team that attempted to bring a professional football team? We had here in the Jackson Metro, we had professional hockey, and we did have professional basketball, semi-professional basketball, but we had indoor football on the coast as well as up in North Mississippi. What do you guys plan to do different to be successful here in the city of Jackson?
Well, we already done things a little different than those teams that came in. Um, I've been involved with the arena football for about 15 years, and coaching football about 30 years on every level. But this time, what we did different is that we went out and got our city officials behind us. That makes you have staying power because when they in you in your company, you're going to be here. And those are the things that we did different that I have even never. Um, we have one of the best leagues, and we have one of the best relations. Um, Young ladies, and she's about business, and she kind of helped solidify and get the foundation for this league and our team as well.
All right, and I'm glad you said that, Coach, in reference to having a good supporting staff and individuals that would like to see things that they are part of successful. And I like the part you stated
Yes.
that the city officials know they came in and wanted to be definitely a part of the vision that you have. Now, how what is it that you guys are doing to definitely get into the community? Because being a resident of Jackson sometimes it's a difficult, it's a challenge to get things done in the city of Jackson because of the dynamics that you're working with. However, if you definitely get a good, strong support behind you, whatever you do can definitely be successful. And they want you to be a part in the community, not just as say come in here try to take our money and then you're not invested in the community. So, what do you guys are looking to invest within in the community in the city of Jackson?
Well, my personal thing, to what I want from my team and my organization is that we visible. We need to be out there in the community for the people, by the people. It's not about football. It's about it's about the community and getting the people behind you that wants to make things better in the community. Football just an attraction.
And now with that, like I said, what are some different ideas that you guys are looking to bring in the community to help the community be a part of the Mississippi Raiders? What are some different ideas? Are you doing
One,
mentorship or no? Are you building homes or
yeah, one of our major, me and my wife major projects is for being and putting a house, trying to get a house together for emergency for battered women, for kids who are put into the so they have an emergency shelter until they can get placed permanently. And also we have a education mentor program that we want to implement to schools. If we got to come to your school, your high school, and to sit down with the kids and read and work with them, we have players that can do that for your community. We ask people, if you
okay?
got something going on and you need us to be there, come ask me. I need two players to come do this. And we don't have any problems because all my players are required to do eight 8 hours a month service.
And is that let me ask you this, Mr. Jeremy, is that something league wide or just something that you particularly doing with your particular team?
That we had implemented wide, and one of the other things that we implemented is that setting up a program to help players who deal with depression, or players that went to the NFL but they got released, so they come back and play for us and they never get back in the NFL. And so sometimes they have a mental, if we having a mental or depression that we're focused on the kids, we're focused on their livelihood and their better being.
And now I'm glad you said brought that up in reference to mental health. As you can see, dealing with this issue with COVID, and it shut a lot of things down. It took of you can say it took a lot of our loved ones away, and it caused unemployment, but it caused increased opportunity for others to gain employment because a lot of people just stopped working, but then it left opportunities for business to open up more positions to get individuals to start continue to work to get the economy back to rolling. Now and then, like you stated, playing a professional sports, you were at the highest level of the NFL. But however, things didn't turn out the way that you felt that it played. How do you think? I know from what you see in the business, how have you seen that you can tell someone that is up on a game and then they get taken down to I wouldn't say it's a lower level of sports, no, because hey, no, I was in the NFL. Why am I trying to go play arena football? How do you think that played a major toll into those individual mental status? And what signs have you seen during that time?
Well, during the league last year, we experienced that about 4 to 5 times that we have players that reach out to us in the middle on the verge of committing suicide. So we have seen the league implemented a program. We don't want these young guys giving up because they're not playing at the highest level. Football, football, but you got life after football, and that's what we're trying to gear these guys for. It's about life, your family, your community, being productive in your community. You can't get no higher than that playing football. So we just try to steer them in a way that football is we love it, but it's not all life. There's more to life than just football.
Yes, and with that, and I know it is a ego thing. Myself being a former athlete myself, when I couldn't play, it hurt me. I was not saying it in a major depression state, but I was in a depression state because of you could say that I
Right.
this is the game that I love, that I wanted to be a part of, but it opened up other opportunities for me. It helped. I had an opportunity
Yes.
to work in the NFL. I had an opportunity to meet individuals that I would probably wouldn't have met, no, just being a regular citizen, and it opened up opportunities for me to gain an education as well as gain a profession that I'm in right now. So, like I said, if you at your highest level playing professional sports, you still have that small window a plan, but if you give it all you had during that small window, there's still other opportunities. Just like I said, I know you guys looking sometime possibly looking for coaches. You want individuals to be mentors. You want individuals to work along the game as being a scout or being a commentator or being a reporter. So as many things that you
Yes.
can do to be a part of the sport.
That's right. And it's about you don't have to play football. You can hold a team. You can be a scout. You can be a videographer. So you can be behind the camera. Be an announcer. It's a lot of things that's football. Football just to help you get to another level. Life goes to a higher level after football. And I can see what you're saying because after I finished my free agency, it's about 7 years to find it. So I went into coaching. So I poured all my football thing into coaching for 30 some years and to where I'm at right now. So I had the opportunity to be one of the finalists in Texans. Kubiak was in there. I got beat out by Kyle Shanahan, coach for the 49ers, of course, during that time. And that's when he was in the NFL. Um, but, there's a lot of things that we can do besides football. Football is just an attraction, and it only lasts. You only got a 3-year window. You seniors that are out there, you only your window to make it in the league. So you better make it count. If not, prepare your life after. And it's okay. Back then, when I was coming through, there was only 250 jobs in the NFL. So you figured 1,250 jobs, but you have your free agent camp or being camp no team. You can't ask for no better because it's not even 1% ever get to do that in the world.
Yeah.
So
Again, this is a More on the Road with Bernard Moore the third, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. We'll talk with Mr. James Germany, the owner of the Mississippi Raiders, new arena indoor football team for the Jackson, Mississippi area. And Mr. Germany, what league are you guys a part of?
we're a part of the American Indoor Football Alliance. Um, the American Football Alliance, yes, is new, but the team have been around for a while. We just start our own thing because we have a different vision on what we want to do and how we want to do it and how we make sure that we're grounded in the communities and that we're being there for the players, people that's in our perspectives.
And I know, see that you guys are starting off with a few teams to continue to build the league. Is there a potential opportunity for expansion before the season get kicked off, or you are in place right now
Oh,
and you're just going to wait to see how things go?
we're in place right now, but we have some great expansion, which is going to. But I can kind of let you have a little insight. There's some good things going on with the league, and there'll be some things that dealing with major celebrities that's now that if I was anyone out there listening, I would be at the March 26th game because you never know what top celebrity is going to be in the house is joining forces with this league to take this league to a whole nother level. So,
Well, I'm,
and
I'm
I
gonna
will
say
tell
this,
you,
but I'm not going.
we will be. Go ahead.
No, no, you go ahead, Coach.
Hey, and I'll tell you that I can tell you this much, but Fox Soul will be in the house.
Okay. Now
You
I'm gonna
heard it
say this, not
first on
trying to
your station.
okay. I'm not gonna give myself coming back. I'm a celebrity too, Coach. I'm gonna be in the house as well. I'm a celebrity here
That's
in
right.
my household.
That
Well,
not
again, this is
hey,
more on the
you
road.
know. Yes, I am. I am. I just want to say this. I am so blessed to be in Jackson, Mississippi. I'm on your boy. So me being here for 4 years, man, I've been, and a lot of good things here. A lot of good things here in Jackson, besides what everybody here. So I see it, I know it, and I know it's great people. Man, we just all need to come together. And if you need to get away for a couple of hours, come to the game. Spring. It's not much going on. Have some fun. Bring your kids that professional experience, so they look and say, you know what? I think I want to own a team. I can do that. If Germany can do it, I can do it. Or if I want to be a coordinator or work in TV or do the live stream broadcasting, he can do that. I can do that too. So that's what we're about. We're about the community, we're about the people. It's not me. It's not about the team. It's what we can do for each other, for the community to enhance Jackson, Mississippi, state of Mississippi.
Well, let me ask you this, Mr. German. I don't know. Well, since you've been here in Mississippi as well as in the Jackson metro area, our number one issue, the thing that is really forefront that is everyone is showing is about the different killings, and then you're looking at the youth doing the majority of the killings. And so I know that, like we spoke, you stated earlier in reference to how the Raiders that will be definitely be involved in the school system, attacking the youth in a positive way to continue to encourage them. This is not the direction that you want to go if you're into streets and gangs and drugs. No, this is. But there's many opportunities for you to do many things, such as, like I said, own a arena team or own a potential professional team. There's so much thing that you can do, and so what other things that you're requiring or you're asking your team to do to definitely help give the youth a different light on life.
I think one of the main we miss as older people that's in the community, it's the one thing that we miss and the simple thing, letting the kids know and fifth grade, that you do or you can be successful, and there is for you, that you don't have to go this route. So we got to build with their mind. We have to change their frame. If we can change their frame of thinking and we can change their mindset to think or to think bigger outside your block or outside your community, then we're going to win the, and it has to start there.
And so, and I know that there are possible challenges, and then are you doing anything to I say focus on families as well as parents though, to try to get them to continue to encourage them to be there supportive for the youth, because it all starts at home. And I know
Yes.
sometimes that parents don't want any other parent telling them what they're doing incorrectly or what they're not doing. What are some things that you guys planning on doing some things for the parents as well?
We definitely want to do for the parents as well. If that we can try to set you and steer you into a job, into a career, give you some hope, or give you some, we have to get into these things, but we're going to need the city of Jackson to point us in the right direction, or people that's out there that's involved with these things, so we can get in there and we can give people hope again. That's what it's about, hope. And the family is of your community. So if we attack the kids at a young age and we're with not just the kids, but deal with their families and let them see hope and the vision that they can have for us future, even in themselves again, we will cut a lot of this murdering, that's because we're giving them something. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to have to give them something to so and see a future, seeing what's on their block.
And so let me ask this, Mr. Job. Like I said, you stated you've been in coaching for 30 years, you've been in arena football for 15, and you were an athlete as well. How has sports helped you in life to deter you from potentially going down that wrong road? Because I know being in the profession now, again, I worked in professional sports. I did an intern with the Dallas Cowboys as well as an intern with the Jacksonville
Hmm.
Jaguars. Now, I know some of the attention that the professional athletes get. I was just an intern, and the attention that I received as an intern, it was kind of questionable. It was like, man, this is the type of attention you get. Like, man, the gifts that you probably giving, the discounts that you're giving, the respect that you're getting when you're going to different restaurants. It is a lavish life, but you
Yes.
have some individuals that still take that wrong turn. But how has sports helped you in life to help you keep you on the straight path?
Well, sports is something. Sports and after curriculum is the number one problem, because see, when I was coming to school, we had that because we always looked at our coaches and our mentors that was there. We had things to do. So I grew up in California, so I played gymnastics. Not did I do football, I ran track, but I did those other things, that gave me a vision of where I wanted to go. Now, do I slip and fall? Yes, we do. But the one thing you can do, no matter how far you fall, is to get back up, dust yourself off, and understand I can, this too will pass, and I can get through this, and I can still be a person in this society today. So football and after school curriculum and music, because I was in the band too. I was even in the marching band. We have to get these things back. We're trying to take away and put them other places. We need to get these things back so these something to look forward to. Keep busy, keep them out the streets. We got to keep them busy. I don't mind as a devil's workshop.
Yeah, and
So
I'm glad you're saying that.
that's where we got to go. And I just hope that we can get.
Yes, sir. And I'm glad you said that, Coach. No, keep the youth busy, and you have certain family structures that saying, well, I can't be there for my child sometimes because I have to work. I have to work my multiple jobs to keep things going
Right.
within the house. I have to. I just don't have time for it because they doing too much. I need rest. And you can say sometimes as a parent, it is selfish that you don't want to invest in your child and support them in the things that they're doing, especially if they're doing things positive. But it also it's a
Right.
con to that saying yes, it is wearing the parent out, and sometimes the parent does need rest, and you have to continue to want to support your child. So it's a give and take on certain things. But like I said, you definitely want to keep your child busy because it doesn't give them opportunity to try to detour and invest in the wrong thing.
That's right. And that's where the community and the family come in. When I was coming, both my parents worked, so if they couldn't pick me up, my neighbor, my best friend picked me up, or my other friend and mom, we worked together. So what my mom and dad was going to do it. So we got to get back to the roots of how we used to do things. We used to look out for each other. We take care of each other. We got to go back to that and start doing that, and everything so personable. Your kids are acting up and somebody come tell you you're acting up, that's just, it's not a knock. We just try to make sure that they stay straight and narrow to the best of your ability. We have to get back in that. When I did something before I got home and when I got the whooping, we have to get back to the roots again. We just have to get back. And so we got to do as a community in the whole. And the Mississippi Raiders, it's about that life, and it's about family and giving opportunities to people to do things. If I can help you do anything, especially if you're young, I'm on the back end of my life, 60 years. So I'm 60 years old. I don't have much time, maybe 20 years. Groom the next guy, the next young person to come along to be better than what I have ever even did or accomplished. I don't mind you the secret. I don't mind telling you how you can get there. It's not even about, I don't want anything. I just want you to get to where you want to get to. That's what it's all about. And we have to realize.
Yeah, get me home. Um, what is what where did we lose track of that? Said it is a village. It takes a village to help raise a child. Where do we lose track with that type of support? When I was growing up and Mike said I couldn't find a way home. That's sometimes that's why I really didn't play too many sports because I didn't have to walk it. It was a good distance because of the way that my family structure was. My mother, she was working. My dad, he was working. So I was like, man, I can't stay out of school really play sports too much because I don't have a ride home. Why did we lose that connection? And how can we get that connection back is where the neighbors and the family support each other.
We lost that. I kind of my generation because we were always focusing on making sure kids had person. I mean, not affection part of it, but the monetary and the material things. So work and make sure
Uh-huh.
I don't want my kids to grow up the way I did. I want them to have that. So we lost that focus there, and then that happened that kind of turned is we start having babies, and it kind of like it was a shift. And so when the babies start having babies, then you got 20-year-old grandmother, 30-year-old, 40-year-old grandmother at a young age, and and we just didn't. We just lost focus. During that period. So get back to that, um, and helping that and trying to be motivated to our community. Let's get our babies back. We got to get our babies back, and that's where we got to start. We got to start at the baby level.
All right, again, this is More on the Road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More and More Sports Management, talking with Coach James Germany, owner of the Mississippi Raiders, new indoor football team here in the Jackson, Mississippi metro area. Definitely come on and check them out. If you want information about the team, you can go to their website, MississippiRaiders.com. They're on all social media networks, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So definitely take a look at the website, MississippiRaiders.com. All right, Coach. When is the first game, and how can we get tickets? And what type of excitement we're looking to? What type of team are we looking to be for this kickoff season?
Oh man, we got some great here, and I just love it because I got great talent just out of Mississippi, and like maybe three, we got about 10 people coming. Um, but the base is coming from Mississippi, man. It's going to be some great football. You're going to see some great guys. Man, one of the on March 26th is our kickoff classic. I am telling you, if you see it, um, something that's never seen before, and something that the greatest entertainment, and so it's going to be in the house. I would be at the March 26th. I wouldn't miss the kickoff classic. This kickoff classic is hosted by um, the league, but all league officials, all league team owners, and players and coaches will be in the city of Jackson, as well as the brass of HBCU that we're going to be meeting with as well, HBCU board of directors. So things, some great entertainment coming. Yes, we will have entertainment. So come on out, March 26th. All season tickets are on sale now. On February the 15th, I do believe, that's when individual game tickets was being sold. So on the website now, it's just only season tickets. Get your season tickets now. The schedule on the website on Wednesday, and you can go pick out your games, or you can see what teams we're playing, and come out. Let's have a great time together.
Yes, sir. I'm actually looking at the site now and going through your season ticket levels. The VIP field suite, like I said, on the floor. Well, let me rewind. If you've never been to an arena football game, it's a smaller field. The field is about, is it 60 yards, and that includes the end zone and playing
Yes.
field, and it's about 40 to 40 yards wide. So it's like you stated,
5 feet.
it's a very fast game. It's a very fast game. So and if you own the VIP field suite, you're gonna be right there in the action. You might catch a sweat, or you can even catch a ball sometimes, because where the balls come flying around in arena football, because they are slinging the ball. But the VIP field suite season ticket starts at $405 per ticket. However, you can purchase a table of eight for $3,000, and includes a round of beer, soda, chips, and popcorn or pretzels for every home game. So definitely get your VIP field suite season ticket, because you're gonna be right there in the action. You can probably give one of the players a high five as he running down the sideline to score. So, Coach, what are type of specials are you offering to, especially with the city of Jackson, or any fan or supporter that wants to get the VIP field suite?
I want to get the VIP field suite. Prices are anything. Call the office at 601-546-6693. Let us fix your we what arena football. We can tailor everything to what you need. So don't be alarmed. Call us and let's work it out, and let's get you here, because I guarantee you will love the game after you leave. You will definitely love it. And the good thing what Coach was talking about is that a player might come in lap, just throw him back, and you can keep the football. All right, just throw him back. But all, all footballs that go in the stands, fans, you get to keep. So we throw away about 30 footballs a game. So um, it's costly, but I love it because you get to keep it, and the fans love it. They really love it because after our players are required to sign autographs game for 30 minutes. So you get the fans, you get to come on the field, you got to take pictures, do whatever you want to do. You just want to feel the turf. Just come out, feel the turf, and take a picture with your kids. It's just about the kids. It's about the kids. Let your kids say affordable for a family of four to come to the game. So on NFL tickets, it's very costly to go to a game with the fan four.
Let me ask you this though. I know, especially within the Jackson area, with the growth of football due to the success of the JSU Tigers, Coach Prime and his staff, and as well as we have a large base of former NFL players that played at Jackson State or played at any institution within the state of Mississippi here in this area. Have they reached out to you to say, "Hey, no, I like what you're doing. I want to be a part of it. Or what can we do? You want me to mentor some of the players, encourage them?" Has any of the former players reached out to you, former professional players or successful collegiate players?
Well, actually, there has been a lot of JSU stars that reached out. They have reached out, and they are actually involved. So in some capacity, but I'm still looking for the NFL guys who came through here because Mississippi got a lot of guys who went to the NFL.
Yes.
Guys, so they did their accomplishment, and I would love for them to be some capacity, because I'm to be honest with you, I am open up to a local investor because I want to have the local flavor. I know they probably look at me from being out of town, California, but I'm looking at somebody who wants to be involved with football and who wants to own a franchise to get involved as well. So that's open. First and foremost, I got to say this. Mr. Deion Time Sanders and JSU, I am so that you really just don't understand how proud I am of you, staff, the school, the thing that the players are doing. Because I met some players at the house, and I can tell you this: the most respectful players I think I have met, and when they were in, they were so polite, they were so generous, they were unreal. And when they left, I told my wife, I said, that's prime time. That's prime time. That's what he instilled in his players, to be respectful and courteous and kind to people. And I knew it was prime because it was just written all over their face, the way they acted, the way they carried themselves. And I just want to do a great job. I love it. I am for you. And we're behind you 100%. Whatever you guys need from us, we can. The other thing, Dion, my cousin down in Atlanta, Stacy Bailey, my cousin named Bailey, played with the Atlanta Falcons. And that's how I got a chance to meet Prime one, because him and my cousin was teammates, along with Gerald Riggs, Arthur Cox, the whole crew. But man, I just love what Jackson.
Again, this is a More on the Road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More Sports Management. Talking with Mr. James Jeremy, owner of the Mississippi Raiders. Coach, now with the increase of social media, and some people do some very interesting things on social media, are you guys requiring the players to be active on social media, but more in a positive way to help to continue to build the brand of the Mississippi Raiders as well as potentially build their brand? Because of, like I said, you don't expect the guys that you sign that play on your team to stay with the Mississippi Raiders for the duration of their career.
That's correct. And I tell the player, if you're playing with me, that's not good. I need you to be gone. We on the social media aspect, we want our players active on social media, but we do have social media specialists who goes through every page and then make sure that they clean up everything that's on their page. But one of the things I wanted to say, and I need to say this because I think it's important for all sports fans and athletes that's listening. One thing that our league had done that has never been done in arena football history is that we are tied in with the National Combine in the NFL. We will be National Combines in March. So only that, but for our league, for all players, the Raiders and the league have special. We have five NFL teams and two Canadian football teams that at the end of the season we have combines for those teams. So our players who can play on that level have another shot at the big leagues.
And now with that, does that continue to inspire the players? Say, hey, you will be looked at if you want to have the opportunity to go to the next level. You will be seen. So, do you think that would inspire the players to work hard and play their best, as well as, like I said, provide a positive image? Because what their end goals are planning to be is to get to the NFL, and that's what any football player wants to do. They want to have the opportunity to get to the NFL. So, do you think that inspire the players to say, hey, I need to come out and play better?
We're hoping that it does inspire players because I don't see players, um, even the guys that play for me, BT Sanders at Buffalo, he played for me last year and he will be back this year. And they got Jamal Young. He got last year with Achilles, but he should be back this year. Who played at Tampa Bay. So these guys are get back into the league again. Um, we're diligently with HBCUs because we know there's a lot of talent and don't get drafted. That's not the end of the alternative, and we're just another route, a stepping stone for you to get to where you want to get to. But I will tell you this again: be real with you. You have a 3-year window. All players, you have a 3-year window to get there. And I know one of the things that we're teaching our players how to brand yourself, how to be a household name with fans and with fans. So we're kind of grooming them to look at themselves as and not a commodity. Because that was one thing that Deion Sanders did. I don't know if you ever heard the story, but um, my cousin from Atlanta Falcons told me the story on when he first came in the league. Deion was very smart. Do not take any from him. He was very, very smart. He branded himself, started in college. He branded himself, and that's what he was doing because he knew his talent on the field, but he branded himself to where he'll never want for anything in his life. And that's what we're trying to teach our players, how to be a brand, how to treat yourself as a business and not commodity.
And see, I'm glad you said that. That's what I try to continue to encourage individuals is how you carry yourself when you're off the field as well as when you're on the field. You have to have an image that corporate America definitely would love to see, and you have to be approachable as well as you'll be interactive with the fan. You'll be, as I say, a fan player because they the one pay for the tickets, they buy your merchandise, they buy the things that you support. So it helps, like you said, it builds your brand, and you have to start that as early as you can. So how you carry yourself and how you interact with the fans and how you interact with the teammates and how you interact with the other teams, this definitely will take you a long way.
That's right. That's
Now,
that is
coach.
fact.
Now, let's take a pause on arena football right now, and let's talk some professional football.
Okay.
Is where everybody's trying to go. Now, I know we talked earlier once before that you're a Raiders fan, and see how you brought the Mississippi. That's what came about of the Mississippi Raiders because you grew up in California. You're a Raiders fan. I'm sorry to say the Raiders got they exited out last week,
Well,
but you
let me
still
make
got
let me make this
some
clear. Let me make this clear. I grew up in Northern California. All right. So we had the Oakland Raiders, the San Francisco 49ers, San Diego Chargers, and the Now, I am a California, I'm a California man. Any team represent the West, that's the best side. I Dallas Cowgirl fans to stop dealing with the illusion that they have that that's America's team. Dallas Cowboys ain't America's team. The cheerleaders what made Dallas Cowboys America's team. They need to do their history, their research on their history. It was the cowgirl made the Dallas Cowboys America's team because they travel all around the world. This illusion that they're America's team.
Yes.
I don't know who gave them that title, but I won't say any names. But anyway, California guy all the way.
Well,
We
like
might
I
have
said,
a
you
Super
still get.
Bowl.
Well, you get just said you still got the 49ers. Well, as you can see my background. I got my 49ers hat on, my 49ers blanket. Who playing? They playing up at
Yeah,
Lambeau Field today. Then you got the Rams playing in Florida against Tampa Bay. So you still have opportunity to have California.
woo. You know, only thing I don't like for the West Coast going to Green Bay is cold.
Yes, that
You
is
know, we
true,
don't do
and
too
that's the
good with
only.
the.
That's what I was looking at. It's like, man, they got to travel up to Green Bay, but the weather's not as bad as normally. Snow and ice on the field. So my prayers are with the 49ers as they travel now that they are there, and I'm definitely looking forward to a victory tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna pull up some up. We're gonna win San Fran, so we good. We good.
So what's your thought about the other games? You got the Bengals versus the Titans. What's your thought about the Bengals though? They got a second year quarterback coming in. Well, you can possibly say he's a rookie because since he missed last year, with a young receiver core and the defense is playing a lot better compared to they've been playing our previous season. But they're going up against the Titans, and that dump truck is back. They made him active. What is your thoughts on that game?
Man, I was till Derrick Henry came back. So um, I don't know. Cincinnati got some good ballers though. They're hungry and they're good. So if defense stops Derrick Henry, they win. But if they don't stop Derrick Henry, it's over.
And that's my only thing about with the Titans. They have Derrick Henry, and so that's what I had my poll. I said the Titans will win, but if like I said, if the Bengals can stop Derrick Henry, you can say they're almost a one-dimensional team unless AJ
Right.
Brown steps up and the other Julio Jones step up because actually Julio hasn't been very active in the offense with the Titans since he came from Atlanta. I don't think he's been a very active. I don't think he's been a key threat to them for the Titans.
No, it seems like he's been a ghost. You know, every other he'll show up or every other week. So
And so if you look at if they get him the ball, if they keep him active, I think they'll probably do something offensive besides just get a ball to Derrick Henry.
yes, I think so. They got to have Derrick Henry in the mix so it can own game. So
I said we'll just see. The gameplay is at 3:30 today Central Standard Time. I'm definitely be tuned into that one as well. Then and get ready for the nightcap. 7:15. The 49ers at Lambeau Field playing against the Packers. Now, what's your thought about Aaron Rodgers? You know how he started the year off. He wanted to leave because they drafted Jordan Love, but then he came in. He just like he had vengeance on his mind that he's going to come and run through the NFL and try to get the Packers to the Super Bowl. But and it looks like that next year he's planning on leaving. What are your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers?
I'm going to use the word Stephen A. Smith. He's a bad man. He's a bad man. He from that West. He from the Bay Area. Him and Tom Brady, they from the Bay. That's how we roll.
Actually, I was hoping that the 49ers, when he came out in the draft, I was hoping that the 49ers would have drafted him. I liked him over Alex Smith. Just looking at the college career,
Yes,
I liked
definitely.
him over Alex Smith.
Yes, and he went to Butte Junior College in California, and I went to College in Marin. So we used to play each other. Well, we didn't play each other, but our colleges played each other. So junior colleges. So yeah.
And
So
let's
man,
just go into Sunday games. You got the Rams at Tampa Bay, then the Bills at the Chiefs. What's your thought on Tom Brady? Do you think this is going to be his last year, or he has 2 or 3 more years left in him?
I don't know. Tom was just surprising me. It seemed like he's just getting younger and younger. Um, I can't say. I think he got 2 more years, but I don't know if he want to take those 2 more years. I think he needs to retire. He done won everything he can win. Um, it's just right now. It's not even about playing. You want to lead this game healthy, healthy as possible. Um, but he looks younger. You know,
I don't know if it's his ritual, as I say, his cucumber juice and the cream that he uses because he's married to a model and they have to use certain things so they can keep their figure or their look.
yeah. And also people gotta understand, he's from the West Coast. He's a bad man. We don't go down easy. In the words of Tupac, even when the wheels fall off, we're gonna keep fighting. So just our mentality in the West Coast. We just gonna keep going. That's what I want Mississippi to do. We're gonna keep going, Mississippi. We're gonna work until the wheels fall off. We're gonna keep rolling.
Uh, All right, now let's take a look at the Chiefs and the Bills game. Now, that is a good game of young quarterbacks playing against each other. And I know the last time the Chiefs played the Bills were successful and defeated the Chiefs, and their defense is a little different now. Since the Chiefs won the last Super Bowl, do you think their team have gotten better, or it is take a decline of the dip, or is still stagnant about the same since the Chiefs won their first Super Bowl, since they won their last Super Bowl?
I don't think the Chiefs got. I think that other teams figured out the Chiefs. So if you can put together a good game plan to take certain things out of Patrick Mahomes' hand, um, then you're good. It's not even about everybody else. It's about taking away from Patrick. If you can take him out of his rhythm and take him out of his game, and lock down on, and also Kelsey. Kelsey, that's a bad man too, man. Him, Patrick. If you can take them two out, I think you can win the game. And I think Buffalo. I kind of give Buffalo the edge because they got some young guns and with the quarterback and I believe Diggs at the receiver, and um, they gonna be all right. It's gonna be a good game. My wife is from Kansas City. She ain't a fan, so we're gonna be in here screaming. She's gonna be screaming for Kansas, and I'm gonna be screaming for Buffalo.
House divided. So all
Yeah,
thing I say, just have fun and enjoy some football.
that's it. And that's what we all should do. Just enjoy life to the fullest, to what we can. Only thing about the things that can't control, anything you can't control, don't worry about it. Let the Lord take care of it. Just you will be
This is a More on the Road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. Talking with James Jeremy, owner of the Mississippi Raiders. Coach, before we let you go, now let's take a turn on some damper news. Now, just recently in the news, we had a situation with Willie Gay, linebacker for the Kansas City Chiefs, was arrested for domestic. How in I can't say no. We were not there. Only thing we can just take about what the media reports to us. We don't know the entire situation of what
Right.
happened. Now we can say, no, was that really Willie Gay going in there being destructive, or you can say that the mother of the child was being destructive, but just because it's Willie Gay and just because he's a male, we looking at everything towards Willie Gay, that male.
I don't know the situation after being an athlete on that level. I can tell you this: when it comes to the NFL, where a lot of people fail to realize, there's a lot of stress put on athletes. I've given him in the past because I don't believe anybody putting their hands on it. But it's a lot of stress. There's a lot of underlining things that goes on in the NFL that no one thinks about because they all think about, well, these guys are getting $1 million. This, they should do that. Well, let me tell you something. You could day in those guys' shoes on what they have to go through every day because dealing with um, not just social, but your livelihood can be cut and take any time, any moment. And as they don't know in the NFL, if you don't have a guaranteed contract, you're not getting paid that money that they put on paper. You contract to you and you're finished. It's over. To say this is that I don't know the situation, but I do know the stress level of playing in the NFL, and I don't recommend no man putting their hands on anyone, period, because that's not your job to try to raise anybody that's on or a female. I don't bat for that. Just took a walk around the block, came back into the situation a little different. Even I don't know the whole situation, but that's what we do as men. We get upset. Just take a walk around the block. My grandmother used to say, my grandfather used to say, Addie, if you had any sense, I'd hit you. But since you're going to take a walk around the block and come back in the house, and everything will be fine. But, we got to get back to it. We got to think about the bottom line. Is this worth it?
Yeah.
Because it's not. At the end of the day, once that happened, you're like, man, I just walked away. I didn't have to do anything. Um, I don't know the particulars, but as men in certain levels, we gotta keep our hands to ourselves. Point because at the end of the day, it's not even worth it. You know, just keep your hands to yourself.
Right. Well, Coach. With that being said, I know I'm doing some work with a few domestic violence, well, with the domestic violence organization here locally in Jackson, the Butterflies by Grace, Designed by Faith. That's my thing about, especially with domestic violence. So with working in professional sports, being an athlete, working in law enforcement, that's something that I definitely would try to advise any man or woman to definitely stay away from, because I've seen it's sickening when you get a majority of your arrests in one night are domestic disputes as well. Like I said, they could have just walked away. They just could turn the other way, and it caused traumatic a traumatic experience, and especially if there's a child around and the child sees this, and also cause a traumatic experience in the individual, the individual who was attacked, especially depending on their age, and they never had that type of experience. That's a traumatic life change, and it messed with them mentally. So definitely would like the Mississippi Raiders to be a part. I know uh, Miss Eva Jones. I know she would love for me to say this. We definitely would like for the Mississippi Raiders to be a part of this organization, the Butterflies by Grace, Designed by Faith, support domestic violence, but provide resource for the victim of domestic violence. I'm not just gonna say women's, because men are victims of domestic violence also. And also,
That's
I'm
right.
hosting a
That's
benefit
right.
basketball game this summer in support of her organization to provide resources to bring awareness to domestic violence. So definitely would love for the Mississippi Raiders to be a part of it. I know she don't mind me saying this, because she comes to me and said, Doc, how can we get more men involved in in this organization to help bring awareness to domestic violence. Because if you see again, majority of the men are being arrested are being at fault of domestic violence and traumatizing the victims of domestic violence. So, Coach, I'm throwing this out here to you. So this can I am going to share this with Mississippi Jones, saying that I'm inviting the Mississippi Raiders, the organizations, from everybody to be a part of the Butterflies by Grace, Designed by Faith, domestic violence organization.
Well, I will tell you this: me and my wife is there because, as you know, when we said on the top, shared a little bit of her story of a
Yeah,
previous marriage being um, in domestic violence. So, which is critical, and things happen. And see, one have to understand it, and I know, especially the young guys. I don't know how much time we got, but I want to tell you quick. 4 years ago, I used to do my medical transportation, non-emergency medical transportation on the Gulf. I was taking a young lady and her baby to a doctor, but as we was driving, she was talking in her story and everything. Little did I know she was being abused. And I told her, I said, I gave her my card. I said, if you have any problems, I don't care what time of night it is. You call me, we'll come get you and get you safe. But lo and behold, about 4 o'clock one morning, she called, and me and my wife had to go rescue her in that situation. And I drove her 3 hours to her parents' house to make sure her and the baby was safe and not get. And when I got there, her parents and her, they said, "Thank you, thank you for saving my baby's life. I really appreciate it. All we got to do, just be available for people, no matter what time. Just be available, and we're there. You don't even got to ask no more questions. Just tell me what time, what date. We're there. Me and my wife be there with bells and whistles on to
yes,
support."
sir. Yes, sir. I really appreciate that, Coach. And I just actually just I message the organization, and hopefully they will definitely take a look at this clip and see that it comes directly, as I say, come directly out the horse's mouth. This is not me, giving providing false
That's
information.
right.
So hopefully that they will definitely will take a look at it, and I know that they will definitely be reaching out to you all because I'm gonna make sure that they do as well. But Mr. Germany, though, we got about a few more seconds. Now, is there anything that you want to share to the followers about the Mississippi Raiders and what they should expect coming up March the 26th? Definitely come out and get your tickets. Playing the games at the Mississippi Coliseum. So, is there anything else that you'd like to share, Mr. Germany, before we get to go about the Mississippi Raiders?
First off, before we go, I just want to say thank you on your show. I just want to say thank you to Jackson, Mississippi, for their support. Um, we just want the fans and the fans and the kids to come out and enjoy. Any organization that's out there, if you need us to show up for you, please call us. We're here for you. That's our job. We're here for the community and for the people of Jackson, Mississippi. So whatever you need, we'll be there.
All right, Coach. Again, appreciate your time, Mr. Germany. That's the owner, CEO of the Mississippi Raiders, playing in the AIFL league this year. They're looking to do some expansion, but definitely come out March the 26th at the Mississippi Coliseum. Go online to MississippiRaiders.com to get your season tickets. Like I said, they got some good season ticket package, and it's great excitement. So, any corporations that definitely like to have some sideline seats. I say, if you catch a fan, you can take the ball from. If you catch a player, you can get the ball from him and throw the player back so he can continue to play. But you get to keep the ball and get it signed
That's
after the game. So, Coach Mr. Jeremy said he's looking to invest in a lot of football because they throw him in the stands, and the fans, you are welcome to keep them. So, Jeremy, again, I really appreciate your time. We definitely will get together soon. So, actually, I'll see y'all. I will see you all soon at training camp.
That's correct. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Yeah.
No problem. Thanks a lot, Mr. Jeremy. Yes, sir. You do the same, man, and continue to root on for the
All right. Thank you.
49ers. And tell the wife, though, hey, hello. And as
Oh
well, she
yeah.
continue to root for
All right. We'll do. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Take it easy, Mr. Jeremy.
All right.
Again, that was Mr. Chad Germany. We were speaking about the Mississippi Raiders football team that will take place here in the Jackson metro area. So now and catch some football, something that you may be interested in. I know you see me moving around right now. I get some stuff together so we can get ready for this football game that's taking place. Now, as you can see, all this stuff behind me, the 49ers with this hat. I'm 49ers, baby. I'm looking forward to the 49ers to take care of business. I guess the Green Bay Packers. So I know some people looking at me like, man, what you doing all the 49ers stuff? So yes, I am calling you out, Dupree. I hope you are listening. I'm calling you out to my why I got all the 49er stuff banner behind me because I'm 49er fan, baby. We're taking it, Quest 49 since we taking it to the Super Bowl. So forget all the other fans, forget y'all. We up in Lambeau Field right now. Need to go take care of business. So again, check out the Mississippi Raiders. You can take a look at them online at www.mississippi.raiders.com for more information. Again, though, that was a good conversation with the owner, CEO, Mr. Chad Germany of the Mississippi Raiders. Now, going in for my predictions for this weekend's game. Now, I know you already know that the 49ers, did you see me typing 49ers over Packers? Then we're going to stay. Uh, I'm still going to go with the Titans over the Bengals. I wouldn't be too surprised. I wouldn't. I wouldn't be surprised if the Bengals do. I wouldn't be surprised if the Bengals come out victorious in that game. I wouldn't. But just still looking at the Titans to win. Then I'm gonna take the Buccaneers over the Rams, and I'm gonna say the Chiefs over Bills. Now the Chiefs Bills game can go down to a wire. That's one of those. It's another game that you don't know who may come out win. The Bills may come out and bust the Chiefs head. So who knows? If the Bills come out and bust the Chiefs head, I'm gonna have to hear that Tuesday on a sports talk show Tuesday. Definitely continue to join us Tuesday night on ESPN 105.9 FM The Zone from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. as we talk sports with Rob J, Larry Nix, myself, and Beeve on the board as we talk sports. And I know we're going to talk about this weekend's game, so definitely tune in Tuesday from 6 to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on 105.9 FM The Zone. I don't know why we keep on counting O as a number, but it is 105.9 FM The Zone. You can log on the website www.thezone1059.com. Listen to the show if you're not in the local area. We'll try to have it on social media also. So definitely tune into ESPN Talking Sports Live via Facebook. I want to give a shout out to Heavenly Sweets Custom Cakes. Heavenly Sweets Custom Cakes and Country Kitchen, 1911 Highway 471, Brandon, Mississippi. If you're ever in the Rankin County area, definitely go down to 1911 Highway 471 and check out Heavenly Sweets Custom Cakes and Country Kitchen. I know she got to go get with her in reference to that barbecue chicken tender sandwich. I wanted to call it the Be More Cruncher sandwich. So definitely branding that for Be More. The chicken cruncher sandwich, chicken tender sandwich. And also, as you can take a look and see about the different events that we're hosting for this upcoming summer, beginning in March the 25th, is the I Am Historically JPS Senior Showcase basketball game that will take place at Forest Hill High School. It is the benefit basketball game of the graduating class for JPS, putting on the final showcase for their final time as a basketball player for their particular JPS school. Callaway, Forest Hill, Jim Hill, Lanier, Merle, Wingfield, and Provine. Next, then we follow by again. That will take place March the 25th, 2022, 6 p.m. at Forest Hill High School, 2607 Raymond Road, Jackson, Mississippi. Excuse me. Followed by behind that will take place the ESPN Talking Sports Live Coaching Cancer Benefit Basketball Game will take place June the 25th, 2022 here in Jackson, Mississippi at Hillcrest Christian School, 4060 South Saware Road, Jackson, Mississippi. Benefit game helps support the domestic violent organization Butterflies by Grace, designed by Faith, as well as the Susie G. Coleman Central Mississippi organizations of domestic violence as well as breast cancer coaches, former All American Danny Dozen, professional basketball players, personalities, a lot of entertainment going on at Hillcrest Christian School, June 25th, 2022, here in Jackson, Mississippi, for the ESPN Talking Sports Live Coaching Cancer Benefit Basketball Game. Then we're going to close out the summer, July, tentatively right now, July the 3rd. 2022 with the More and More Sport Management Old School Hoop Fest. Old School Hoop Fest will comprise of former JPS basketball players from Bailey, Callaway, Forest Hill, Jim Hill, Lanier, Merle, Provine, Wingfield would take it to the court. Some former players, ladies and men's would definitely come on out, support the benefit basketball games. Again, this is what more and more sports management do. We do events to help benefit local organizations here, especially in the Jackson metro area, because this is my hometown. This is me, my way of giving back to Jackson as well as so different organizations. So if you like more, if you like to be a part of the show, definitely continue to follow us on social media, like us on Facebook, subscribe us via YouTube, More and More Sports Management LLC, as well as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Definitely follow our pages. If you definitely like to be a part of the show, you would like to be a sponsor or advertise on the show, you can reach me at 601-260-3509. Definitely like for y'all to be a part of. If you'd like to be a part of the benefit games that we're doing, definitely get in touch with me. Definitely like for y'all to be a part of it as well. Now, let's go ahead and close out on our more moment. Just like that was stated, shared earlier today, that we definitely need to get back to community support, as well as that some of our neighbors, we attend the same schools, but somehow it is expanded to different schools. My neighbors may attend the local school here, but we may attend a school across town. Or see, it's so much being involved. But if you're at a school and you know a teammate that needs a ride, you want to continue to be there and support. That's what we need to get back to community. How can I put this? Community growth, as well as the community raising each other's family, because I know now that we have mothers and fathers that they're working multiple jobs, and you want your child to be involved in something positive. So the community needs to step in and help that particular family know, because we're here for each other. You see that the child may need a ride home, and when you're gonna pick up your child, hey, I know his parents, I know his or her parents, let me offer them a ride home. However, but sometimes we have to be cautious about, we got predators out here in society now. So stop all this nonsense and stuff where you're preying on small children. We're here to support each other, to support and all the positive things that our youth are doing to help keep them on the right track, so that we can stop crowding the correctional facilities, stop crowding the prisons, and stop forcing more officers to resign because of the headaches that they're dealing with doing this type of work. So definitely help. It starts at home. Family, mother, father, mother, whomever, grandmother. Talk with your children to help them to be positive, to do good things in the community as well as in school, so that we can stop having an increase of individuals being arrested, and there's overcrowding our correctional facilities, our detention centers, and our jails. Help them, and so that we can be a positive image in the school system, because we're overcrowding our classrooms with students because we have a shortage of teachers. So we having teachers about 35 students to one teacher, and that's frustrating for the teacher, how to deal with 35 different attitudes to try to help teach. So speak with our children at home, so that we can continue to increase the numbers of teachers that want to educate our youth, so that we can get down to a manageable number, anywhere between 10 to 18 students to one teacher. That's a manageable number, because I was in education as well. I enjoyed my small classes where I had between 5 to 10 to 15 students, compared to when I had classes that were 25 to 30, a little bit over. That was kind of headache sometimes. So I enjoyed my small class. So I can speak as a teacher. I like the smaller classes. So it's controllable, because of you have less attitudes to different environment you have to deal with, as well. You can control a small environment anywhere between 10 to 15 to 18 students. I enjoyed those small classes compared to when I had 25 and above. So again, it all starts at home. Community, raise our children to do the right thing. Again, I really appreciate your time. Tune in next Saturday. Uh, we're gonna have a longer show next Saturday, probably a 3 hour show next Saturday because I'm gonna be at a workout with the Mississippi Lakers, a new I forgot what league that they're a part of. That's a new development league that they're a part of here in the Mississippi area. So definitely tune in next Saturday. We're gonna start at I think I told her 10. Yeah, we're gonna go from 10 to 1. We're gonna be live at a gym here in Jackson, Mississippi. I have to get all the information, so definitely take a look at my social media. I will update that information in reference to where we would be next Saturday. I'm trying to find that. Yeah, there we go. The Mississippi Lakers. I'm actually on their pages. Hopefully that my page slowed because I'm jumping around all over the place right now trying to get to that workout. Yes, they will be a part of the Women's Basketball Development Association, the WBDA, the Mississippi Lakers. So definitely tune in next Saturday. We will start at 10 and we'll go to 1 o'clock. So we're gonna have a longer show. We're gonna speak to some coaches for the Mississippi Lakers. We're gonna speak to some visitors for the Mississippi Lakers. We're just gonna have a whole lot of fun next Saturday with the Mississippi Lakers. Again, this is More on the Road with Bernard Moore III. Presented to you by More and More Sports Management. Thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate your support. 1 plus 1 equals deuces.